It just keeps getting worse. Just keeps getting worse. I don't know how more of live action Disney remakes I can take. Beauty and the Beast sucks. The Jungle Book sucks. Cruella sucks. The one from this year. I just ranted on the Aladdin. Sucks big time. The Lion King. That was a big kick in the nuts for me, because that's one of my all-time favorites. I was deeply offended by it, insulted by it. It definitely kicked me in the freaking nuts with that one. Fuck The Lion King. You can that's. I also say The Lion King is still much worse than this, because that was much more personal though. But this ain't no better. Now I would say what is worse? I would say this is worse than... Okay, no. The Lion King is still... From 2019, it's still worse. Now, when I put this... now, will this be below it? Yeah, probably. I would say it's worse than Aladdin and other ones for me. Because this is a lot more boring than the other ones. And it's a waste of some good actors in this. I mean, Jet Li, he plays the Emperor. He's wasted. Donnie Yen as the commander, who's like from the original, he's playing the commander Shang, who is voiced by BD Wong. He's this character. Doesn't do much. Jason Scott Lee, when he played Bruce Lee in the Bruce Lee from the early 90s Bruce Lee movie was called what was it, the Fist of Legend, the Bruce Lee story. Yeah, Jason Scott Lee, he played Bruce Lee in that movie. Then he also played in the adult Mowgli in the '94 early live action of The Jungle Book with Sam Neill and Cary Elwes. And then he was also a bad guy in Soldier with Kurt Russell. So I like Jason Scott Lee. I never minded him. He was very decent, a little bit of martial arts guy. Yeah. And as I mentioned, Donnie Yen, he's wasted in this. Same with Jet Li, he plays the Emperor. Yeah, the good actors, but they're all wasted in this. And the director of this, directed a film from the early 2000s called Whale Rider. I never saw it. The music in this film, the score is shitty and boring, bland, generic score by this person, Harry Grayson Williams. I'm sorry. The original, the 98 animated film by Jerry Goldsmith. Great score. Awesome score. Like I said, as I mentioned a lot of times before, Jerry Goldsmith, my favorite film composer. Great, awesome score. Score in this sucked, and it doesn't even kiss the feet of Jerry Goldsmith. Or actually, Jerry Goldsmith is now buried, though, so they won't even be able to touch him anyway, so... But yeah, I miss Jerry Goldsmith. But he did a great job with the score. Doesn't even touch on that score with this. No. And a whole bunch of things. First of all, not every live action film of a Disney remake of a Disney animated film does not have to be over 2 hours long. Not all of it has to be 2 hours long. And that's what makes it drag on. That's what makes it so boring and dull and slow paced. It's not all of it has to, not because most all the original anime films from the Disney animated films, they were within like 90 minutes, faster paced. So not every single one has to be freaking over 2 hours long, and every single live action remake they do, they always tend to suck out all of the magic that made for the original anime films classic. It takes out all the magic, what made them great, and it sucks out all not only sucks out all magic, but all personality from all characters. You know, especially our lead here who plays Mulan, just like the guy who ranted on Aladdin. The guy who played Aladdin, he was like this. Just a blank piece of wood. You know, knock on wood. Same here. But she's a much more boring and much more blander character. All the characters here are bland and boring. You know, and I know that one thing to say that they try to be a more realistic movie, but that's why Jason Scott Lee as the bad guy, yeah, him and his army, they just literally just go and run up the freaking wall, like they're Spider-Man. Well, not wall crawling, but run up like they are freaking Spider-Man. I guess you can call them, you know. And then they have this witch who can transform into a bird or phoenix. I think it's a phoenix, but yeah, that type of bird. And yeah, so they talk about that being realistic, really. And I know that, and I definitely know this because when people heard about this, that Mushu, you know, the little red dragon that Eddie Murphy voiced, when I heard that he was not going to be in the movie, because they said it wouldn't be realistic, but they have all this other crap that goes on. And fans were upset. I remember when they first heard that they said that Mushu was not going to be the movie. I remember because I was like, people were like tweeting out that they were so upset that Mushu was not going to be in the movie. You know, they were really angry because they all liked that character. Everybody liked the character Mushu. Well, not everybody. I can't speak for everybody. I'm saying I'll say for most people. Like me, I liked Mushu. Eddie Murphy was funny as Mushu, you know. I live! So he'll get back to me on that, right? or Mulan! Mulan! Your worst nightmare. Call out for egg rolls! Yeah, I loved Mushu. You know, Eddie Murphy was great as Mushu. And a lot of people who were fans of the movie, they liked the character Mushu. So I fully understand why people were so angry that Mushu was not going to be in the movie. I completely understand. I agree with that. Because it's supposed to be realistic. They can't have a talking dragon. Yeah, but yet guys can run up a freaking wall. They have a freaking witch that can transform into a phoenix bird. And was it the Jet Li towards the end of the movie? He had some robes he fought with and magic robes, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, but that's supposed to be more of a realistic thing. Yeah, but yeah, we can't have a talking little dragon. That's going too far. Oh my freaking god, man! I don't know how much more I could take with these live action Disney movies. Oh, and plus, you know, China, yeah, because I thought with the freaking this film did get some controversy. I think it has something to do with the concentration camps that was happening in China, something like that. Whatever the controversy is, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that though. But and after this film got delayed several freaking times because, you know, COVID, you can say, and because Disney Plus. And wherever the money did made, very limited theaters didn't do well. So technically, you could say this was a huge flop. You can say because of the limited theaters was doing, didn't make much money anyway. So because most of it went to Disney Plus. But either way, the film was a flop, a huge flop. You can say. So if that's the case, I would say yes, good. I'm glad it bombed. I'm glad this film bombed. And more off tangents. What was more of the story? Like for most of the movie, it does play out the same way. Like most of these live action movies, they play out the same way, unless they're Cruella, which is an origin story, or Maleficent, which is an origin story. For most part, for a little bit of it was. But for Aladdin, The Lion King, it's the same freaking movie for the most part, except here are the little changes. You know, the little cricket, instead it's a spider. Wow, what a change. And There's the girl who plays Mulan is bland and boring, hard piece of wood. And it was you. And if anything, and also the web about this Mulan, even when she was a little girl, she is perfect. Like, she can do flips and all this stuff. Like, just like in the animated movie, when she's a teenager, she's always messing up. She made mistakes. She wasn't perfect at all. You know, she made mistakes. She made failures. Like, especially when at the beginning when she was doing that little that thing with the interview with that big woman, and with the cricket who started messing up, and she started messing up, right? And she felt bad because she disappointed her family, and even when doing the training camp, she couldn't do it on the first try, So yeah, that she made mistakes. She was not perfect at all. Here, when she's a little girl, she's doing perfect flip and everything, and oh man, because she has a power, her chi. Really? Chi? Last I heard the word chi was from Kung Fu Panda. From Kung Fu Panda 3, because the villain that J.K. Simmons voiced, he was stealing the chi from other Kung Fu warriors, and he was going after Po. He wanted his chi. You know what? I would like to see that. Hey, have, I forget the villain's name from the Kung Fu Panda 3 that J.K. Simmons voiced. Have that villain come in and have him steal Mulan's chi. That way she can be perfectly normal and doesn't have to do all this otherwise and be a completely normal girl, please. Can I have that villain come in and steal this Mulan's chi, please? Yeah, but that's what. But she held back because she doesn't want to be too perfect, so she wasn't. It's already too late for that, You're already perfect. There's no reason for you to hold back anymore. But then again, when you get this starting to play out like the original, the people come in, they're asking for a man from every family to join the army. The father wants to, but she opposes it. So instead, she takes their armor and goes. Although, here, she just takes the armor and goes. Like, in the original, when it's pouring down rain, she goes to her ancestors' graves and prays, and takes the sword. When you see the reflection of her face, and then she cuts her hair, and then she takes the armor and goes. Here, she just takes the armor and just leaves. And Donnie Yen is the commander. I don't think his name is on Shang, like in the original, that BB Wong voice, but, and you think that he'd be the love interest, but that's not the case. Because the girl, Mulan does have a boyfriend, but he does nothing, though. But I'm like, why? Why can't he be... Well, because the command... Before I read, it's like, it would be uncomfortable to have him follow with the commander. I'm like, why? Or is it because of the age difference? Because, technically Donnie Yen is a little bit older, though, but still, I mean... Yeah, to me it doesn't really matter. I mean, why can't he follow with the commander? Because eventually, by the end, Mulan and Shang, in the original animated film, they got together, and that's why in Mulan 2... that they were going to get married, and Mushu was trying to sabotage the marriage for himself, though. I mean, frick, man. People can hate on me all this one. Mulan 2 is much better than this. And that film... I reviewed that already, though, but... And Mulan 2 got a 0% Rotten Tomatoes. And what did this... I forget what does this movie get, though, on Rotten Tomatoes, but... Mulan 2 is much better than this. And I'm not even kidding. At least I had that one decent song that was playing at the end of the... At Mulan 2, what was it? I want to be like the other girls, like... I want to be like other girls, da 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 da. I mean, that was a decent song, and a lot of also the original cast members were come back as in the sequel. Mulan 2 is much better than this piece of garbage. So I'm saying that with a straight face right now. See, I'm not cracking a smile. I'm saying that it's deadly serious. But in my opinion, though, a lot of people don't like Mulan 2. Mulan 2 was not great. It wasn't. It wasn't nowhere near as good as their first one, though. But it was at most average. I didn't hate the movie. Yeah, but Mulan 2 is much better than this. Piece of shit, basically. Piece of shit, garbage, trash, whatever the name of the book. I mean, Ming Na Wen, who voiced Mulan, she gave the character a good personality to it. All the characters did. Even the guy B.D. Wong as Shang, and even the three guys. One was voiced by Harvey Fierstein, and I forget the other two guys, but they all had personality. Each one had their own little personality to them, you know. Even Mushu. Oh yeah, we can't. Yeah. The bad guy. What was who was the leader of the Hans? That's voiced by Miguel Ferrer. Miguel Ferrer, may he rest in peace. You know, Miguel Ferrer was a good villain. Jason Scott Lee was wasted as a villain. Oh, I'll skip it. I'll skip this. I'll skip it to the ending anyway. Yeah, spoilers, but I don't care. How Jason Scott Lee was defeated. He falls down. Who shut? Because after the witch, after all of a sudden, even though she killed innocent people, she all of a sudden does a total 180 be on the good guy side, and she took an arrow for Mulan. I'm like, so also you do a 180 and you're also on the good guy side. I'm sorry, but I don't care about you because that does not excuse the fact that you just killed innocent people early in the movie. But I'm a good guy now. No, that's no excuse at all. I don't care about this. I don't care about anybody in this movie. Not even you, the witch lady, the bird lady. But Jason Scott Lee, he falls down, shoots an arrow. Jet Li, the Emperor, he catches it, and he sends it flying up. And then Mulan, well, they said with her super Mulan, with her chi and all the power like that, she jumps up and then kicks the arrow right down into Jason Scott Lee. I was like, wow, what a totally convoluted way to do that, and it's to kill Jason Scott Lee. I mean, in the animated one where Miguel Ferrer's villain, I can't remember the name though, but getting shot and getting blown up with fireworks, that was better. And yeah. And of course, and also one thing, what was really great about the original, it took out all the songs, although Donnie Yen said, "We'll make a man out of you." You get it, because that's the name of the song they did in the animated movie, right? That was a memorable song. How could I make a man out of you? We are men, we must be swift as the coursing rain. Right, great song. It was even good when even Jackie Chan when he said it in Chinese. Yeah, you can find that music video on YouTube. You know, Jackie Chan, he sings that song in Chinese, and Jackie Chan did not do. He can sing decently when he's doing Chinese. He can sing decently. He did a good job singing that in Chinese. But the song itself was really good. Was a good song, and so it was a score by Jerry Goldsmith. So. Yeah, so no song. Like I said, this is not supposed to be a musical. What else? And Jet Li, I don't know if my hearing was that bad, but did Jet Li sound like he was dubbed? Because I know what he sounds like, right? But I don't know if he's just gotten older. Well, I know he's older though, but still, probably sounded like he was dubbed. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Because if that's the case, that's freaking sad. Because we never had a Jet Li had to dub his voice. So if he was dubbed, please let me know. Because I'm very certain he was, and that is the case. Jeez. And then we Jet Li was fighting with his magic robes, I think it was. So after Jason Scott Lee is defeated, yada yada, then that's basically the end of the movie. And some other stuff with dialogue too, like when she said she needs to know her place, and then later on she says, "I know my place." I think that just totally contradicts on what she said right there about what was said to her earlier. At least there's no praise. At least there's no praise on here. Like, oh, this is great or anything. See, that is it. See, look at that. Wow, twice in a row that happened. Really. Like, I ranted on... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. With that, when I tossed my DVD of Aladdin, it caught perfectly between the blinds. It did the same freaking thing. Unfreaking believable. Wow. So, yeah. Bland characters, boring, everything. Like I said, every live-action Disney film they're doing, a remake of them, they just suck the life out, all personality and charisma, energy out of these characters. What made the characters so good, and let alone the magic out of all the anime films, what made them great. And it's boring, it's dull, very slow pace. It doesn't have to be over 2 hours long like all these movies have. Score sucked. The fight scenes is very... How it was edited is very badly done. It was badly done. And what is there also good I can say? Well, like I said, besides The Lion King was to me was the biggest kick in the nuts for me, and it's worse than all these other ones. But Mulan is right up there because out of most of like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, the Jungle Book, what other live action ones? Well, I'm trying to think. What else? What came out in 2018? Was the one that came out in 2018? I don't know. Even Cruella, Maleficent. Mulan was just a final boring movie. Ugh, man. So I got nothing else to say. I mean, the Mulan herself, she was just a boring character, bland and boring. Let's say Mina Wen, she had more personality as Mulan. And I think she even cameoed. I think she even cameoed. I think at the end of the movie, probably because for the nostalgia, probably because right, she voiced Mulan in the animated movie, right? Yeah. I'm sure that was an easy paycheck for her if it was just for the nostalgia. Because remember, she voiced in the animated movie. Get it? My God. I don't feel like going on this. Like I said, it's a waste of good actors. Wasted Donnie Yen, Jason Scott Lee, Jet Li. Wasted them. So what I could say about it. Another live-action remake of a classic Disney film sucked. Like I said, The Lion King is the worst because that was more personal. But this up there, I think it's definitely right. This film is definitely right next to The Lion King. Aladdin is down below. The rest are down below. But I mean, some of it was Aladdin was most of it was done on a green screen. I mean, Will Smith, as a genie, yeah. Well, like I said, he cannot replicate Robin Williams. He does not. But like Aladdin, Jasmine, Jafar, they're all bland, boring characters as well. Same with even the characters of The Lion King as well. Like I said, I don't know how much more I could take anymore of these live action remakes of Disney. Disney, like I said, I'm tired of Disney. I've gone on to hate Disney now. Yeah, the last thing I liked was probably Disney was from 2019. That was Toy Story 4. I mean, Keanu Reeves, he was a lot of fun. Duke kaboom, yeah. Yeah, but that was 2019. That was like the last thing from Disney I liked. Unless I forget otherwise, everything else though. But yeah. But as for the live action movies, I'm freaking done with these. Cruella, that was another one that I hated. I'd rather watch the 96 live action of 101 Dalmatians. Even The Jungle Book from 1994, that's our Jason Scott Lee, I'd rather watch. You know what the funny thing is? I forgot to mention, 2019, another one that I think was technically better. Tim Burton's Dumbo. I mentioned that before. Tim Burton's Dumbo. I gotta say, technically, I could probably say it's a lot. I would say probably it's better than all of these. Yeah, because when I ranted on The Lion King, I do remember now. I ranted on The Lion King, and I said that Dumbo was much better than this, but The Lion King. So yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I would say Tim Burton's Dumbo At least it wasn't. It was at least Dumbo. It was not a carbon copy, or wasn't. Yeah, there was some similar. There was some same thing, a little bit of same spots from the original animated movie, but it was mostly a different. Okay, it wasn't a straight out carbon copy of it. Yeah, I'll probably say 2019 of Dumbo is much better than most of these live action Disney remakes I've seen. You know, hey, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito back together again. You know, Batman, Penguin. Okay, at least there's that. But yeah, at least it wasn't a straight copy and paste remake of the original. But yeah, fuck Mulan, fuck Aladdin, fuck The Lion King, fuck Beauty and the Beast, all these, and Cruella as well. I'm done with these live action remakes. I don't want to see. Yeah, they plan on making Pinocchio and The Little Mermaid. I don't want to see those. Fuck the Pinocchio remake and fuck the Little Mermaid remake. Yeah, I still have the poster of the Little Mermaid right there. Yeah, fuck those upcoming live action ones. I don't want to see them. Unless I get paid a lot of money for it, but other than that though, no. So yeah, fuck Mulan. All these other live action remakes I've seen. I'm done with Disney. I'm done. All right. It's a great shame because Disney was a thing I grew up loving, and now how Disney has gone, how far gone Disney has done nowadays. Such a great shame. Fuck Disney and fuck these live action remakes later. And Mulan, kiss my ass. 2020, not the 98 film, this remake. Later.